The following appeared on a message board December 9th, 2021, from someone claiming to be of a very important royal bloodline. This is not intended to minimize or denigrate any group of people. As much as I like to tease gingers, it was among them that Jesus was born. There's a reason why the establishment hates them so much. Rome literally genocided the Arimathean people after the fall of Jesus, and it's part of that reason the Irish people went through hundreds of years of slavery. The red-haired bloodline of the Pleiades actually traces its lineage back to Christ, Buri, and Shar himself, the first incarnation of Christ within our reality. Odin's wife Frigga was an Atlan Pleiadian princess who gave the red-haired gene to several of her children, including Thor, Marduk/Ra, and Christ Baldur. The red-haired giants that are found all across the world were Atlan Pleiadians. You'll also notice in Hollywood, when it comes to diversity recasting, the red-headed roles always get recast first. This is on purpose. I don't have to tell you about what people control our media. Take the Marvel Comics version of Thor, he was changed to be blonde. Also, speaking of Marvel Comics, Mary Jane, Spider-Man's girlfriend, historically a redhead, is now black. In the upcoming She-Hulk series coming out soon, Titania, who is a redhead, has also been recast as a person of color who wears a red wig and has been given makeup, freckles. In the DC Teen Titans show, they changed Starfire to a black girl, although this one is questionable since she's not a human redhead. In the new Little Mermaid remake, Ariel is now a person of color. Also, Barbara Gordon, aka Batwoman, is a redhead, yet you won't find a single version of her as a redhead in Hollywood despite multiple versions of her on the big screen. I could go on and on. Like I said, those that rule this world hate redheads for a reason, and that reason has to do with the true origins of Christ. Now, in all honesty, I don't care about media representation. I don't need to see people that look like me, nor do I have any interest in comic books or Hollywood mind control. However, it is a bit strange that sperm banks have been denying redhead donors for over a decade, while demand for the ginger gene is higher than ever. Could it be that redheads are somehow a threat to the powers that be? Genetic superpowers like vitamin D production, pheomelanin, increased vision in the dark, increased sensitivity to temperature, could perhaps point to a people who had to live underground to survive a global cataclysm. Maybe those people are somehow capable of awakening the rest. The red-haired giants have appeared virtually everywhere on Earth in some way, from the giants first encountered in South America by explorers, to Lovelock Cave, to the oral traditions of Arabia and Africa, to countless skeletons found in North America and Russia, and to a US president casually confirming their existence. These giants were sometimes described as animal-like and cannibalistic, and other times, wise teachers from a prior age. King Ramses II had red hair. He reigned in 1280 BC. Centuries later, Egypt was taken over by a new dynasty who demanded that redheads be sacrificed by fire or by being buried alive. Why would they do that? Many Greek gods and goddesses were depicted with red hair, until it became associated with vampires. What happened? In Christianity, we have the Nephilim, Esau, King David, Mary Magdalene, Adam, the Hebrew word for red, and even the mark of Cain is thought to be red hair itself. Interestingly enough, redheads are always somehow contrasted with dragons or serpents. Saint George, the dragon slayer, Adam in his ordeal with the serpent, the feathered serpent Quetzalcoatl, and Zillicatzin wiping out the Kenetzimine giants from the Aztec region, Saint Patrick driving the snakes from Ireland. There is an alleged temple underneath Antarctica where a 30-foot statue of a red-headed warrior stands, holding the severed head of a reptile. Pre-medieval Europe, red hair was associated with many magical properties, as well as with bravery and courage, from Nordic mythology to King Arthur. Locks of red hair were used to ward off spirits, help with childbirth, and cast spells. A Latin text claims redheads could turn copper into gold. Then, in the Middle Ages, just like in Egypt, something changed. Red hair became associated with the devil. Spanish inquisitors used it to convict and burn witches. The English became hostile, creating derogatory terms and refusing business. The French associated it with Judas, Hungarian, Russian, and Japanese proverbs made similar claims. Positive beliefs about red hair, even if they were superstitions, became negative almost everywhere around the same time. Around the same time, many believe, the world was captured by a certain group of people, a certain class that had remained hidden since the fall of Rome. Royal bloodlines, secret societies, and banking families all became centrally influential to the then modern world. The same groups that captured Egypt and Greece, the same groups that hold power today.